Hi, my name is Harshavardhan. In this video, we are going to look at reasons behind bird flight and few facts about it. Let's begin. It is generally accepted that birds evolved from reptiles and have come from the same stock as dinosaurs. Basically, there are two theories which determine the bird's evolution. Number one is cursorial theory. The other is arboreal theory. The cursorial theory states that the ancestor of birds are bipedal ground-dwelling reptiles which derive advantages of aerodynamic lift from its forelimbs. The other theory is arboreal theory, where the reptiles who use their forelimbs in gliding from tree to tree are considered. Evolution has taken place since then, and the forelimbs are elongated and eventually developed into feathers. Feather gave the freedom of movement, which increased access to new food supplies and more efficient means of escape from predators and enemies. The oldest fossils remain discovered, which display all the essential characteristics of birds, are found in limestone rocks in Bavaria, West Germany, 1861. It is called Archaeopteryx, lived 150 million years ago and discovered on 1861, which is the world's oldest bird. Today, birds inhabit every continent. There are nearly 9,000 to 10,000 species classified into 27 orders. James Fisher, ornithologist, has estimated that the world population of birds is approximately 100 billion. The most abundant are the ocean birds. So the ability to fly come about as an adaptation to the particular conditions. The variety of habits, the varied responses to them have led to an incredible diversity of flight techniques. Swifts spend most of their lives in air. Larger vultures are champion gliders but can't take off without a run into wind. Sparrows can't glide. Therefore, we can conclude that no two species fly exactly in the same manner. Coming to the history of flight, man have learned to build aircrafts, machines which enable him to fly by studying birds. The earliest man who have studied the bird carefully and even sketched it is Leonardo da Vinci. Pioneers of flight are Otto Lilienthal, E.J. Murray, and George Kelly. The E.J. Murray has realized that the bird flight could only be properly studied through high-speed photography, and he laid the foundation of understanding and studying of birds. Leonardo da Vinci made around 500 sketches on flight and wrote more than 3,500 words in his book called Codex on the Flight of Birds and was published in 1505. Let us understand now what it takes to fly. The number one is lightweight, high strength structure, wing and feather for generating lift and forward thrust, muscles to provide the power, and fast response. Among the living animal species, true flight is confined to insects, birds and bats. Man has to use machines to be able to fly before we learn how a bird flies. Most of the larger bones are hollow and crisscrossed with supported structure inside. The skeleton of bird is essential frame for the attachment of mobile wings and powerful flight muscles, wings and feathers. The bone structures of the birds is analogous to the human arm, wrist and fingers with obvious differences. First, the upper arm humerus is proportionally shorter and the wrist and palm bones are fused together for the greater strength in supporting the primary flight feather. Alveoli in Latin is winglet, supports a small auxiliary wing extendable at will. This controls the airflow over the wing during landing and takeoff. The bird wing is complex flexible aerofoil structure with adjustable control system. It even have the taper ratio from tip to the root and generally have different planforms depending upon the bird. The feather of the bird are perhaps its most unique possession and are a marvel of engineering. Feather is both extremely light and structurally strong, still very flexible. Shaft carry branches called barbs, which in turn have offshoots called barbules with barbicles or hooklets which interlock like a zipper. Shaft or stem is hollow and filled with keratin. This is about the feathers. Do you know there are approximately 1500 to 3000 feathers on a small bird? Now let us move to the muscles. The power of flight through movement of wings is provided by two massive pectoralis muscles anchored to the deep keel of the sternum. Main power stroke is the downward stroke with large pectoral muscle contract to pull the wings down. As shown in the figure, the muscle can work only through contraction. During the upstroke, wing movement is assisted by the air pressure. The flight muscles may account for both 15 to 20% of the total body weight. Birds are equipped with excellent eyesight. No other living being can match their visual capacity. Most birds are equipped with both monocular and binocular vision. Coupled with the senses of hearing, the bird's awareness of the external environment is accurate and fast. The fast sensory system is able to detect deviation during flight such as gust, turbulence, etc., and also provide the assistance for avoiding obstacles. A control of pitching, rolling, yawing are accompanied by movements of tail and wings. This is the video of BBC demonstrating how silent an owl can fly.